All right, this one's for the boys out there. I'm busy doing king shit around the house, so you know, there's a lot of people out there telling boys like, this is how you got to be a man and so on, and this is what you got to do to get companionship or sex or whatever, whatever people are trying to sell you. You know, I don't got a lot of light going on in here. Anyway. So I see a lot of these guys out there telling other dudes on the internet like, "Oh, bruh, you gotta looks maxing. Your face gotta look like a whatever, or no one's ever gonna want to touch you or love you or anything like that." And that's the silliest shit I've ever heard in my life. From a real man who just like has a real life with a real partner, real dogs I take care of. Yeah, you tell him, bro. Man, don't be listening to these dudes. You want to know what women want? Then, first of all, be quiet and respectful, and then listen. Just like that. They'll tell you. Women will tell you what they need and want from you. And it's real easy. All you got to basically do is just be a good dude. So don't let a bunch of people sell you some bullshit about, oh, you're not good enough or whatever. Like, no, you look beautiful to somebody who really gets to see you. And, when you take care of yourself and you show up in a good way in the world, you're beautiful. And people see it and they want it. They want in. But if we walk around all pissy and, griping about everything and being all violent and weird and blaming shit, but, I'm like, come on, man, you got to show up as a good man and good shit's going to happen, but you're not going to know that until you practice it first. So don't let these guys sell you some bullshit. You don't need none of that. You just need to be a good man. And if you want to follow, we can keep talking. I'm here to help. Same, whatever, man. I'm out here doing superhero shit. So, but I want to share what my actual results are. I actually have a partner that I have a good relationship with. I actually have a sex life that I enjoy. I actually have, friends and projects that I love. I get to live a life that's filled with, community and all kinds of cool stuff. You know what I mean? So you can build it all. You can build it. You don't need to pay some dude to learn how to, mess up your face or buy all these things or hop online and figure out how to do awful stuff to women. You don't need to do none of that to get your needs met. You don't need to do none of that. None of it. And it never will meet your needs. You're always going to be chasing something because it's an idea that somebody put in your head. And the real thing is so much better than that. But it doesn't happen by none of this nonsense they've been telling you. It happens by basic human shit, And if you want more, you follow along. You're not alone. We can do this together. But, just don't be out there listening to men about what women need. Come on.